what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our fiddly-dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yo-ho, ahoy in a blast. Being a pirate is really badass. I know the time of the end of the blast. You are a pirate.
Alright, everybody. And here we are back again for the next installment. We're going to go ahead and start off with, I just did my level 10 quest here, and the reward for that, as you can see, is I unlock the ability to do additional gear sets, things like that. This is because once you do your level 10 class quest, it unlocks the ability to change classes, and that means you can go to a different class guild and pick up additional classes from them, run those if you want to. Now, if you want to just keep going with your main class for now, that's not a problem. Now, the biggest thing about getting up to level 10, this is where you start unlocking a lot of content and things like that. You're going to get access to recommendations, things that are going to pop up either when you first log in, or you can go into the recommendations list in the menu and it will give you a list of things nearby or things that you have available to you that you can do to help you level, to help you run and just gain abilities, items, whatever it happens to be at the time. So if you're just sticking with your class quests and your main scenario quests right now, you should be unlocking stuff constantly between levels 10 and 15, which is what we're going over right now. Now, aside from the level 10 class quest unlocking the ability to change classes, finishing up that main scenario quest around level 10 that gives you the ability to look at recommendations. We're also going to get the ability here to do leaves. Now, this is going to be the first place that we go to unlock these. This is the Adventurers Guild in whatever your main town is going to be. So, for me right now, I'm going to go ahead and grab the quest, and then I'm going to start running over to actually go complete this and unlock the leaves for me to run. Now, basically, whenever you get into your leave area, you're going to see a green circle on the mini-map letting you know where you're going to be doing the leave at. Now, you're going to see your leave in your journal, and this is where you're actually going to have to go to initiate it, because whenever you first initiate a leave, is not going to be when you accept it, it's going to be when you arrive at the area. Now, you initiate it, it'll warn you if your home point's not nearby, you can ignore that. But once you hit OK, it will then ask you to choose your level difficulty. Now, your level difficulty is going to be, if you're, say, level 12 running a level 10 leave, it'll give you a recommended level of +2. So on and so forth. Now, you can increase your reward by doing it at a level recommendation that's higher than your current level. But once you commence the duty, you'll then be able to run in and start attacking or looking for if there's any special items. Now, sometimes, as you'll see here, your leaves will pop with a treasure coffer. Sometimes they'll also come up with additional creatures you can fight that are bounties. And that just gives you additional items or experience depending. Now, every leave is different. Like this one is me fighting a monster, whereas some of them might be you actually not just fighting monsters, but walking someone from point A to point B. As much as I can't stand those ones, because the person either walks ahead of you or they just run out in the middle of like 6 monsters and can't actually fight them. It's annoying, but there you have it. In this particular case, it was just fighting something. Now, you're going to be asked if you want to return. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to automatically port you back to whoever you got the leave from. I'm going to go ahead and do that. If you choose no, it'll just leave you where you are and you can continue running leaves or quests or fates or whatever you happen to feel like doing. Once you finish the leave, you will go ahead and complete it out and get skill, experience, items, and all that based off of your completion time, difficulty level, all of that stuff. Now, after completing your initial leave quest to unlock leaves, you will unlock the ability to do additional leaves in this area, other areas, and you will also unlock the ability to undergo guild hests. Now, what these are, they're basically like mini dungeons. They're real short, quick. They're basically meant to help you practice your class, your style, whatever it happens to be that you want to actually go through and practice at the time. It'll show you how to fight certain monsters, it'll show you how to deal with certain situations, and it'll give you a chance to practice things that are very important. And once you get the guild hests unlocked, you do unlock the duty finder. Now, I will go over this in more detail in the next video. However, the duty finder is going to be something that I'll give you just a brief preview of right now, because you will use it to enter into guild hests. You will choose the one that looks like a little note, and it'll take you into the first guild hest. Once you run the guild hest, it will unlock the second one, and so on and so forth. Now, you won't get all of them at once. You have to run each one as they're available to you and as you reach the appropriate level for it in order for it to unlock the next one. And once you complete each guild hest, you will receive experience, gil, and in the case of finishing it for the first time, you get a completion bonus. Now, if you start it as a new class, you will get the completion bonus again. Now, I talked to you about the smith before, and I just briefly touched on it because it was mostly just something to give you a little bit of information on if you're a novice or if you want to become a mentor or things like that. Now, at level 15, it becomes more important because at level 15, you get training for your particular job role, and you also get appropriate armor for your role. So basically what will end up happening is you'll get a set of armor for finishing the training. So it's good to run through the training, even if you know what you're doing already, just to get that level 15 armor that will last you a little while, as well as a special ring that you get at the end of the training that will help you out a lot. Alright, as I was talking about before, once you hit level 10 and finish the level 10 quest, you can unlock additional classes. Now, this is really important for getting your job. Now, your main class will eventually get a job quest once you get to level 30, but to unlock that, you have to get a subclass up to level 15. In my case, I'm running Gladiator, which becomes Paladin, so I'll need to get Conjurer up to level 15, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock that right now, and then I'll start leveling it. This is something that I recommend to everyone, whether you are new or a pro at the game. If you've never unlocked this before or you haven't unlocked it yet, you need to. This is what you get after your level 15 quest that allows you to unlock the 3 main cities. Once you have done that quest and you've unlocked all 3 main cities, you will end up back here in Limsa. And once you talk to the proprietor here at the Adventurers Guild in Limsa, you will unlock this quest, Rising to the Challenge. Now, what this unlocks for you is the challenge log, which is one of the most important things you could unlock in the game, in my opinion, simply because of the fact that it allows you to complete challenges in return for gil, experience. You also get gold saucer points, and it's going to be something that once you unlock it, you're going to use constantly, because I'm going to go ahead and, once I've got it unlocked here, I'm going to put it on my bars so that I can access it readily without having to constantly go into my menus and click on it. But once you get into the menu for the challenge log, you'll see that it actually contains quite a bit of information. You'll be able to use it for dungeons, guild Hest, PvP, fates, leaves, disciples of the hand, disciples of the land, which are your crafting and gathering, treasure hunts, you name it, it's all in here. What basically ends up happening is once you complete all of the challenges in here, you don't even have to complete them all, just complete each of them, you will get a reward, gil, experience, whatever it happens to be. And these are all going to be geared towards your level. So the higher your level, the higher the reward. The lower the level, the lower the reward. Pretty simple. But as you level, it levels with you. And you will be doing these things anyways. You'll be running dungeons, you'll be running guild Hest, you'll be running fates, you'll be running leaves. You'll be going through all of this stuff anyways. You might as well get additional extra XP and gil for doing it. It's not a bad thing to get. In my opinion, it's kind of a no-brainer to get the challenge log unlocked. I mean, when I first found out about it, I wondered why I hadn't been using it up until that point already, just because of the fact that it is so useful to have it. I mean, you go in here, you complete challenges, and you even get rewards for completing challenges. So not only do you get the rewards for the challenges themselves, you get rewards for completing challenges. Player commendations. Just go through dungeons, go through guild Hest, give your commendations, complete things out, and at the end of the week, it will reset. Every Tuesday, it resets. That's your weekly reset time, is Tuesday. So you run through. If before the week runs out you haven't completed something and you're missing like one fate, try and run and go grab that fate real quick, get the bonus reward for it, and it'll help you level faster, it'll help you gain some much needed currency, and it'll basically just help out tremendously. Now, I also at this point have finished the novice training that I told you about a little bit ago. And you'll see here that I do have a full set of gear that I got from it. And that gear also includes, like I said, a ring that will give you additional experience. In the case of this ring, it's going to give you an additional 30% of experience gained up until level 30. So every level up until level 30, you will gain 30% more experience while wearing it. If you have the circlet from either inviting somebody or being invited, you'll get an additional 20% up until level 25 on that as well. So that'll give you an additional 50% experience, because they do stack, up until level 25, and then you'll still have the ring up until level 30. So with these items and everything that we've gone over up until this point, you'll be able to quite easily run yourself up to level 30 in no time. And once you get up to level 30, then you can start working on subclasses, you can start working on crafting, or if you want to, you can just go ahead and run all the way to endgame. It's completely up to you. Okay, so level 1 through 15 is basically your groundwork. You're going to build a nice base from 1 to 15. You're going to find out what class you want to play. You're going to then learn about that class. You're going to run class quests. You're going to run main scenario quests. You're going to unlock leaves. You're going to unlock guild Hests. You're going to unlock your first dungeon by 15. You're going to unlock the ability to go between all of the 3 major towns by 15. You're going to go through and learn about the armory system. You're going to learn about your novice network. You're going to learn about your decisions and what they're going to mean for your gameplay. And all of this and more can happen between 1 and 15. And this is why I say this is where you lay the groundwork. This is where you build your base. Because From here, you're just unlocking additional content for the things that you've seen up until this point. You're going to unlock additional dungeons and guild hests and leaves, but you've already seen them, you've already unlocked them, you know what they are. So while you will unlock additional content, you will unlock additional things from here, most of the things you're going to need to understand and learn about, you will have unlocked by now. And basically, the next step, which is going to be 15 to 30, we're going to go over a few more of the important things that you're going to see. I'll go over your duty finder and the duty roulette and chocobos and things like that for you. But that's all going to be in the next video. So if you want to see anything beyond this, come back for the next one. And as far as any questions or concerns you've got about gameplay or your class or anything like that, don't hesitate to comment on the video and let me know, and I'll try and get it into the next video for you.